Alright, we were ready from both. So let's get game number 1 counted down in 3, 2, 1. Tetris, Somalian, and Toby. Okay, so far so good. It looks okay. So I'm hoping we don't run into any problems. Like, why is everything just like not in the right place? Like, it's so weird. I don't know why when I imported this scene that everything is just not in the right place. I don't actually know what happened. So I'm gonna try and like fix it. Like, why is the line count not where the space in the box is? Like, that's so weird. I'm hoping this doesn't like completely fuck everything up. But I'm gonna try and move it. But Somalian gets a Tetris. Move that in there. Oh no, don't do that. Just made it bigger. Okay, that's less scuffed. It's still pretty scuffed, but it is, it could be worse. So Toby's at 210,000, Somalian at 189, just so they know where they're at. I am actually trying to fix this though. I don't know why it's so messed up. We've got a bit of buffering on Toby's side. Toby's side. Okay, that will have to do. For now. It's not great, but I guess it's just what we'll have to live with. Toby's playing a pretty good game. They're both playing pretty good games at the moment, actually. 326 for Toby and Somalian at 329. Toby knocks down a Tetris to 349. Should we have the camera cover up the whole thing like that? Nah, that's kind of bad, isn't it? Let's not do that. This on? No, I think it's worse. I don't know. Toby at 442 and Somalian at 399. Does this count as a super show? Probably not. I didn't even like put the link of the channel in. There you go. Okay, I'm back. 470 for Toby, 471 for Somalian. We're separated by one single, and we are tied with that single from Somalian. But Toby gets a double and a Tetris to pull away by 2,000 points. Let's actually commentate some Tetris now that all that stuff's out the way. Hello Macy, what's up? I hope you are having a good day. I hope you're having a better day than how I felt trying to set up this scene, because it's still very, very broken. But the gameplay isn't broken, which is a surprise since Somalian's playing. 523 for Toby, Tetris for Somalian to 544. Toby now in a little bit of a situation. But you're going to get that Tetris. Somalian with the delayed Vit setup gets the Vits. And a Tetris. Trying to learn from Sunny, bro. I don't know why everything was broken, because normally it's not this broken, but this time it was very broken. But it's probably because it was my end. I'm sure the scene was fine. Toby's transition is at 6:20. Somalian gets a Tetris into 19 at 6:37. Attempt at trash talk. I trash talk Somalian all the time. Mel got mad at you after losing the playoff. Bro's just molding for no reason. He's just molding because he's just bad. I'm just kidding. I'm not. Toby at 6:95. Somalian at 6:49. So Toby pulling ahead a little bit, but is 5 lines ahead as well. But Somalian has to burn. Doesn't get a Tetris. 7:49 for Toby, 6:54 for Somalian with a Tetris to 6:80. Toby looking for a J piece in that middle, but isn't going to get it, so he's going to have to create a hole. Somalian gets a perfect forward transfer with that column 9 Tetris. Toby gets the long bar over to the left. Remember, Toby is a tapper all the way. Somalian tapping up until level 29. Or we may see a grip switch. Or we won't, because we can't really see his hands, but I'm sure you'll be able to tell if he does grip switch. Oh, Toby setting up a pretty high left side. He's going to need something over, gets the long bar over to the left. And to set up for a dirty Tetris, is the long bar going to come? Gets a skim there. Oh, and this is really high for Toby. Gets, oh, and he doesn't get the L piece to the right side and tops out at 7.99. Somalian just needs 1 Tetris. 1 long bar will give Somalian the victory. Tetris there for Somalian. It's going to take game number 1. GG. Who lets Somalian cook? Alright. Even the stencil is weird. I don't even think that's the Somalian's fault. I think that's the scene being broken. I didn't even notice that. Because the stencil's like broken on both sides. Oh, and Somalian... Not Somalian. Sorry, I'm used to Somalian misdropping a lot. But Toby's going to have an awkward drop of that J piece, so he's going to have to clean that up. Could potentially go for a dirty Tetris, but it's going to opt to burn it down instead. And there's a Tetris for Toby. Somalian currently perfect through 2 Tetrises and now 3 Tetrises. Toby not having the best time at the moment. But Toby gonna get a long bar to fill in the dependencies. Ready for a Tetris once again. And stacking up high. Bit of a mountain formation, but it's gonna get a Tetris and another Tetris. Go to 77,000. And a Tetris there for Somalian to get a 140, so it has taken a burn now. It's actually taken quite a few burns, I think. It's all deserved, mostly. Because Somalian does stuff like that and sets up delayed Vits for absolutely no reason. Somalian, the master of the delayed Vits. I wouldn't say master, he does top out because of it. Pretty frequently. He said about 54 long bar dependencies here, so he's going to have to fill those in. Tetris for Toby. And despite Somalian's perfect start through 3 Tetrises, he finds himself only 6,000 points ahead, and now behind after Toby gets that Tetris, but Toby has now developed a few holes in the stack, so we're going to have to work that out before he can continue to score. And because I said that, he's probably about to set one up. I mean, he's just setting up a long bar dependencies after long bar dependencies, so stacking theory's gone out the window with Somalian as he continues to hold out for a long bar, which doesn't come, so it's going to have to sort this out now. I'd like something for the left side. There's a long bar. I would love another long bar. Would love about 50 more long bars. Now Toby set up for a dirty Tetris. Pretty high up. Oh, and Toby is going to top out at 204,000. And Somalian is going to take a quick game number 2 when it looked like Somalian was going to be the one that topped out early. But it was in fact Toby. So game number 3 in 3, 2, 1 Tetris. Stack Rabbit agrees 100% with your placements. Oh yeah, I'm sure every single Somalian game is 100% accuracy. And if it isn't, it's because Stack Rabbit is incorrect. For sure. So I'm not too well versed on what's happening. Oh, look at that. Beautiful stacking from Somalian. Amazing T-spin setup to make the parity 100 times worse. But he's gotten away with it because he knew he was going to get away with it. And now the streams are like dying. It's probably on my end because both streams are dying at the same time. Oh, okay, that's good. Let's try and fix that. Because now Somalian stream is going about 1 frame per second. I think we're back. But I'm going to refresh this because that doesn't look right. There we go. I think it's that weird like OBS browser source thing where it just slows them all down for no reason. And there's definitely a setting to fix it, but I cannot remember what it is. I'm going to look for a very specific DM that I got like a year ago to try and fix this right now. I don't know if this will work. Do I need to like disable that setting or enable that setting? I can't remember. Let me try disabling it and see if that does anything. Is that Somalian setting up? Okay, that is a weird setup, but it seems to have worked because he got a long bar. Oh, the program must be restarted. Oh, whatever. We're just gonna have to deal with it. Somalian gonna get a Tetris to go to 286. And now Toby sets up a Vitz, but it wasn't a delayed Vitz, so it's allowed. 353 for Toby, 286 for Somalian. Somalian is 7 lines behind because his stream was lagging because my OBS is bad. Tetris for Somalian, 332. I think it's because I updated OBS, that's probably the problem. Toby looking for a square, but gets an L and a Z piece to fill that square hole in instead, and gets that Tetris. And a setup for another Tetris. Tetris there for Somalian, 378, so about a Tetris behind Toby at the moment. That's L tuck there from Somalian. And Toby gonna get a Tetris there, 422 through 83 lines, so a very solid game here for Toby. And another Tetris for Toby, 445. Oh, and Somalian almost took a triple for no reason there, but he's gonna bring it back and then score a Tetris. Skim to get Tetris ready once again. And Somalian gonna get that Tetris. Got a 425. Toby at 468. With the Tetris get a 491. So looking at a 600k transition here. I don't think Somalian can get a 600k at this point. With, what, 36 lines to go. Actually, could do. We'll see. Toby setting up very awkward long bar dependencies here and is getting squares at an inopportune time. And this could be trouble for Toby, but gets a long bar for just a single. Gets a nice L piece to the left side there. Oh, and T-spin there for Toby. He could have gone for like a JD spin or a boiler spin there, but decided against it. It's going to take all the burns instead though. Tetris for Toby. And the 600k is still on the cards. It looks like Somalian can get the 600k as well. It was a better pace than I realized. So 565 through 117 with 4 Tetrises to go. Oh, and sets up a Vits for no reason. Gets the Vits. Toby looking for an S piece. Spins the J in there instead. Looks like we could get dual 600k transitions if the long bars turn up at the right time. But Toby, okay, a beautiful T double there. And a Tetris for Toby. 581. One more burn. Oh, no more burns actually. Tetris for Somalian 613. So back to back 600k transitions for Somalian. Toby had to burn into transition but gets the Tetris. Now it's 630. And now my streams are buffering again because internet bad. I'm sure we'll be back in like 3 seconds, hopefully. Okay. I don't know what's going on. Jesus Christ, man. Alright, we're back. I don't know why he's doing that. But, whatever. 655 for Toby, 687 for Somalian. I'm not even dropping frames, it's just the OBS being weird. Tetris for Toby. Looking for something for that left side, gets a nice Z piece in there. Somalian keeping up this torrid pace at 745. Toby having to burn out of this, gets the L piece to the left, which was the best move there for sure. Somalian with the tuck of the L piece. Set up for Tetris, gets that Tetris, got 800,000 on level 22. Toby taking a safe double. And a skim there. Slightly more aggressive there, but has to take the triple. And there's a Tetris for Toby, 759. Tetris for Somalian into level 23 at 832. So very, very strong game here from Somalian. Wants to try and get this over and done with in 4 games. And a win here will put him on 3 out of 3. Tetris again for Somalian, 893 into level 24. And getting the L pieces all the way to the left side. Tetris for both players, 878 for Toby, 923 for Somalian, and another Tetris for Somalian, 955. Trying to prove that delayed Vits is the answer to all your stacking problems. And Somalian set up for another Tetris. Toby only a triple. And a Tetris for Somalian, 988. Looking for a level 25 max out with a long bar here. Tetris for Toby, 923. Oh, and Somalian covered the well just as the long bar came. And now is in a little bit of trouble. Gets a Tetris for the max out though. A23 for Somalian. But Toby isn't very far behind. Within a Tetris of Somalian. Practically. Tetris there for Toby, A22. Tetris for Somalian, A65. So we're looking at, what, double 1.1s here? And there's a Tetris for Toby, A56. And a Tetris for Somalian, B01. So Somalian looking for a 1.2 into level 29 here. Toby with a skim and a Tetris, A93. And there's another one for Somalian. Toby misdrops though, going all in on this final Tetris. And I don't think there's anything that Toby can do as a tapper. And this looks like it's gonna be over for Toby with this next line clear, and it is. B31, Somalian with a failed roll switch as per usual. But has enough before level 29 to take the game at B73. GG. B73 for Somalian, missing out on that 1.2. Yeah, this scene is like, I don't know what's going on. Like, when I loaded it, everything was in the wrong place, and I can't be bothered to fix it. Because, realistically, I'm not going to restream another match for another 3 months, probably. Because Tyler will just steal all my streams. Even though it's not his fault that he was stealing them. What's up, I watch ads? This is CTL Playoffs. Damn right. Mr. Curse, thanks for the follow. Oh, that is a very appropriate name for this stream. This is in fact a very cursed restream. Because everything seems to be going wrong right now. And speaking of followers, CTL recently hit 2,000 followers. I don't know if that's been mentioned. But yeah, we hit... I don't say we because I'm barely a part of this, but CTL hit 2,000 followers. I don't even get the number right. Last week. We're currently at what, 2010? So Mr. Curse was the 2010th CTL follower. So congratulations, you win absolutely nothing, but it's something that's quite cool, maybe. iWatchAd says, good luck to all competing. Absolutely, and Somalian gets a very dirty left off Tetris there. And spamming long bars to the left hand side, Somalian very quick tapper. Compared to most tappers. Oh, and Somalian too fast, missing the J. And didn't go for that burn. Oh, and is holding out, but doesn't get a bar. And tops out at 60,000, so not going to be able to complete the sweep. And Toby's going to get a game back. Both players are ready. So, game number 4, game number 5 in 3-2-1 Tetris. I would count it down from 5, but it's not a decider. So Toby on the board for the first time in this set. Managed to receive a late Christmas gift from Somalian with that early top out. So can Toby take advantage and attempt a reverse sweep from 3 games down? That's only happened very occasionally. It doesn't happen often. I think the most famous example of a 3-0 down reverse sweep is Van Dweller against Boxy in some match that happened like 3 years ago. People know about that one. And a lesser known one, I reverse swept Somalian in CTP 2 years ago, I think, which is quite funny because Somalian's playing right now, about to get reverse swept. Oh yeah, Dengler versus Sidnev. Dengler reverse swept Sidnev in the Division 1-2 playoff, in fact. So the omens are there. Although Somalian is the one in Div 2 this time. So it's kind of like the opposite. But you never know. History can kind of repeat itself in a way. But I'm sure Somalian won't want to be reverse swept, because no one likes to be reverse swept, especially when you're 3 games up. Because it means you literally would have swept them if you were just playing a normal best of 5, and then you end up losing, which just doesn't seem very fair. Tetris for Somalian, 209,760 for both players. And the 1 line difference. So how is that even possible? You was leading 3-0 and won 4-3. Oh, those are the worst wins, because you're just like... You basically threw it away, and you have to work hard for that final game. And now my browser sources are broken again, which we absolutely love. I don't know why it keeps doing that. It's just so stupid. Let's just do a quick refresh. I'm hoping this never sees the light of day on YouTube, because this is so broken. Like, why is level 18 looking like level 2? Like, why is that happening? I don't know. Whatever. Somalian looking for an LJ. Is going to get neither of those. Gets a J. Would like another J though, but has a well open. And now needs 2 more Js. Gets a Tetris. Filling in 1 J dependency. Looking for the second one. Switches it to an L dependency, and the L piece does eventually come. And so does the J. But he also gets a long bar to get a Tetris. And it was a very close game a moment ago, but now somehow Toby has a 100,000 point lead. While Somalian has a long bar dependency, which we've come to expect from Somalian's gameplay. Oh, and he goes for that aggressive tuck and gets the long bar over to the left hand side as well. That was actually pretty impressive. Very dangerous tap there. My voice didn't break just now. You didn't hear that. Now, Toby cannot afford to top out early here, and he was almost looking like he would. And this is not a very safe board. Gets a T over to the left. Toby more than capable of digging out of a situation like this. But it's not really a situation you want to be in when you're down 3 games to 1 on your final life. This is going to allow Somalian to close the gap. Gets the crucial T piece over to the left hand side. Here, what? Alright. Toby looking to get out of this. Getting a bunch of S pieces, which is not good. The stream died? Did it actually? I don't think it did. Alright, Tetris 4, Toby 448, and another one to go to 470. It's back? Okay, that's good news. Yeah, very, very well played there by Toby. Somalian setting up some interesting S-tucks in the center of the board. Gets a triple. And then finally a Tetris. 454 for Somalian, who remains 10 lines behind, but I think that's because the browser source decided to go at 2 frames a second. Toby hitting the S spin. And Somalian actually going to take a lead. Toby with the Vits. Very nicely done. And a Tetris. Poor Toby looking to transition with a solid mid 500,000 score. Looking for that final long bar. If it ever shows up. Which it doesn't, so just going to smartly take a double. Not going to hold out forever for that final Tetris into transition. Tetris again for Toby, 572. Somalian looking for a long bar now, because that was a nasty square piece, but going to get the long bar. And 1 Tetris away from transition, so we're transitioning at very similar scores. 551 into 19 for Somalian. Oh, nice adjustment there from Somalian for the J piece with the T. And it's going to get a Tetris there, 575. Toby into at level 20. Almost leveling lines ahead. Over leveling lines ahead. Gets a Tetris 650 into level 21. Oh, aggressive placement there from Somalian. It's going to pay off as he gets a couple of quick Tetrises. 628. There's another Tetris for Somalian. Toby with a small misdrop. Look, could set up in column 2, but it's going to decide against it. Somalian gets a Tetris with a long bar dependency. Gets the long bar to fill in that center. 682 for Somalian, 690 for Toby. Somalian takes the lead with that Tetris and has a bit of a pace advantage as well, being 7 lines behind. So Toby is going to have to turn up the aggression. And it's now J dependent in the center. Oh, and that L piece to the left. That was pretty risky. Gets the L piece for a double. Needs something for that left side still though. He's going to get an L, try and chop this down. Beautiful double there for Toby. It's just getting S and T's and bad pieces. Gets a nice long bar there. Somalian set up with a long bar dependency. So this is going to slow him down just a little bit, but Toby already had a slowdown. Setting up a T-spin that I'm not going to be able to see because the stream decides to buffer at the last possible moment. Somalian is going to get a Tetris to get to 835. Okay, he did hit the T-spin. Oh, nice adjustment there for Somalian with that J-tuck after the rotation of the Z piece. Toby is set up for a Tetris, is over 100,000 points behind Somalian. So this is going to be a little bit tricky for Toby. And a Spire of S pieces is not going to help his cause. Going to open up that center, but that is not a Tetris. Only a split triple is going to get that split triple, but Somalian at 902 on level 25. Looking for another early max out. Toby hoping for a top out, but not looking likely as Somalian knocks down another Tetris. 967, one away from a max out here. Toby at 855. Unless Toby magically learns rolling in the next 5 seconds. I'm not sure what Toby can really do, but we'll see. Tetris for Somalian, A36. Tetris for Toby, 890. Can probably barely max out this game now. As Somalian is looking for another 1.1. Maybe even a 1.2. Somalian preparing the grip switch, but it might not even be necessary. Tetris for Toby, 960. One more will be one off a max out. Can Toby clutch the max on kill screen? 999. It isn't going to get the max out. Somalian looks like he's got a successful grip switch this time with a 1.17 into level 29. Somalian takes game number 4, the match. Game, set, and match for Somalian, looking to get this 1.2. Set up for a Tetris. Taking a few burns, the bar doesn't come. Set up for a Tetris now, gets the Tetris, the 1.2 on level 30 for Somalian. Gets the J-Tuck as well. Oh, misses the J to the left side and the long bar to the left side. And it's going to be over for Somalian, but with the 1.23. Statement game number 5 for Somalian's going to win this match 4 games to 1. GG. Well played. And it means that Somalian is going back to Division 1. Toby relegated to Div 2, where he will likely have to face fewer rollers, fewer cheaters in Div 2. So congratulations again to Somalian for winning his way back into Div 1. I don't know how Somalian's done that, but back to the torture chamber for Somalian, his own quote. So GG's, Gachi Hypers, PogChamp. Alright, so GG's guys, let's go raid somebody. Who shall we raid?
Armstrong at 500, Soden 525. We're approaching the last lines. Armstrong with 17 lines to go, Soden with 16 gets a Tetris to 548. So 12 lines left, 3 Tetris available to him. Armstrong's gonna get a Tetris to 526, so still behind by a couple Tetrises. Soden with a hole in column 3, row 7? Yep. So Armstrong with some chance to catch up, but that J dependency came just in time to be resolved, but he's in house now. Another one gets J. Transition for Soden at 622. Armstrong right now at 574. Transitions at 598, so a Tetris separating them right now. Ooh, Soden with some complications here in level 19. He's cleaning up, so this is giving Armstrong some chance to catch up. Soden is clean, Tetris ready, Tetris for Soden, Tetris for Armstrong, Armstrong at 647, Sodium 658. Sodium is ready, Armstrong is setting up. There's the Tetris for Armstrong, 673, and gets the Z-spin. He's gonna clean up, but this means that Sodium is gonna maintain the lead at 711. Armstrong trying to get back to his readiness. He's ready now at 677. Ooh, Armstrong with a very flat board, just getting dangerous. He needs a lumbar, soon gets the lumbar, gets a Tetris to 704. Sodium in the dig. Tetris for Armstrong takes the about to take the lead. His Tetris ready. Sodium still in the dig. Tetris for Armstrong taking the lead, 758. Sodium at 744, trying to get his well opening is still. Ooh, getting a bit spicy. And he gets the well open, so there's the Tetris for Sodium. Sodium at 777. And Armstrong at 815, so still a close match. Close game, that is. Armstrong and Sodium both Tetris ready. Tetris for Sodium 808, so Armstrong at 818. So getting pretty close here. Tetris for Armstrong, maintain the lead at 356. Sodium waiting for a lumbar, gets the lumbar. Tetris for Sodium, 844. Armstrong at 858 gets a Tetris to 888. Lots of 8s there on that score, 888, 840. Tetris for Armstrong, 920. Sodium needs a J, but J is not coming, so needs to resolve with some burns. He's getting some well opened. Tetris ready. Armstrong is waiting for a lumbar. I'm about to max out actually. He could get the 26 max out. 954 for Armstrong, 916 for Sodium, getting the Tetris to 948, so he's also chasing the max. Sodium at 948, Armstrong at 989, so that max is coming anytime now. He had to burn though, so he might come into level 27 most likely. Armstrong at 993, Sodium at 984, very close one. Armstrong is clean getting the Tetris and the max out in level 27, 1,031. Sodium got the max out first at the 1,018, and he gets attached to 1,054, so still pretty neck and neck. 1,066 for Armstrong. Sodium maintained the lead at 1,054. Tetris for Sodium setting at 1,089. Armstrong with a 1.101 BO1 right now, and transitioning to the kill screen with a 1.129 B29 for Sodium, now currently at B36, transitioning to B72 for Armstrong. So Armstrong is still in the lead, base and score wise. Sodium building a bit high, needs to be careful there. Armstrong playing it safe with burns into level 29. So far maintaining the lead at 1,186, Sodium at 1,154. Armstrong looks like he wants to go for some Tetrises, but still not able to. Sodium is doing some aggressive work here to try to catch up to Armstrong. Armstrong at 1,100 and now 1,201. Sodium at 1,168. So still a very strong game for both players. Armstrong with some complications, needs a J. The J not coming, but he uses a lumbar. He has an LG dependency. Still tries to get his stack down, needs to be very careful on the left side. Sodium at 1,182, Armstrong 1,219, and Sodium getting dangerously high. Will he recover? Gets the lumber all the way over, but not burning anything. He's down at 1,185, so there's the F on the screen from Armstrong, taking game number 1 at 1,227, and he cannot believe it. Okay, we got it ready from Armstrong. Let's go for game number 2 in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. TJS is the sequence for the first 3 pieces. And it looks like the players are doing a similar placement. That square placement was different though from Armstrong, so let's see how things unfold for the second game. So far we get Sodium in the first Tetris. Armstrong is ready for his. And there's his Tetris, Armstrong at 22, same for Sodium. Sodium trying to become the more efficient player in 18, or to get that edge, looks like. Sodium is Tetris ready. Armstrong gets a Tetris. Sodium, ooh, those dependencies high up, but he gets a Tetris and another one. So Sodium with the early lead at 91. Armstrong at 69. Hey now. Sodium is Tetris ready. So for no burns from him, there's another Tetris to 114. Armstrong is gonna get a Tetris to 92. Armstrong having to place that S on the right. I cannot make out the letters sometimes. S on the right, so forcing him to create holes in rows 1 and 2. He's gonna go set up for a column 9 there and gets it 118. So far, no burns from him. Has some dependency, double J dependency, which can be dangerous. He goes for the left first, and the J doesn't count, so he might have to start burning, but gets a lumbar. He's gonna get no burns. Oh, okay, there's the first burn. There's the Tetris for Sodium. Sodium at 183. Armstrong gets a Tetris to 144. Tetris for Sodium 206. So Sodium with the early lead right now. Halfway through the first half, so this is the second quarter of the level. Armstrong, that was ready. That's for Sodium, number 229. Armstrong at 167. So Sodium trying to build a lead of about 3 Tetris almost. Tetris for both players. Armstrong 191, Sodium 252. Armstrong is setting up. Hello, Min 05. I think the participant was already here, so welcome in players that are watching this instead of CTM. History was made by CTM, having our first centennial Gen Alpha player, winning CTM. Armstrong right now at 261, Sodium's 223, and gets the bits completed with a tuck. There's a Tetris for Sodium and an S-spin. Sodium getting another Tetris to 369. Hey now, Armstrong at 307, so still almost 3 Tetrises behind, but Armstrong doing a good job trying to keep things clean, which is what matters the most. Sodium is playing a very aggressive game to try to maintain this lead. 392 for Sodium, getting another Tetris to 415. Armstrong has a lumbar dependency in column 3, blocks it, needs to keep cleaning up. Gets the Tetris 354 for Armstrong. Sodium at 416. Sodium with a cleaner board right now. Needs to be careful though with that left side. Ooh, that was a misrotation of the Z, I suppose, but he cleans up. 465 for Sodium, 359 for Armstrong. So Sodium building a very strong lead of 100,000 points, almost 5 Tetrises pretty much. Tetris for Armstrong. Armstrong now at 384. Sodium at 488. So Armstrong switching back to the right while getting the Tetris in column 4 at 409. Sodium at 511. We are about to cross 100 lines for Armstrong. Sodium already there. Bit ahead in lines, pretty much 10 lines ahead. Sodium at 534. Armstrong 432. So still 100 lines separate, 100 points, 100,000 points separate them. Oh, this is looking a bit dangerous for Sodium as transition is approaching. He's gonna dig. So also having a chance here to reduce the gap. Getting the Tetris to 477 and Sodium at 538. Finishes the dig and he's back with Tetris readiness. Armstrong's gonna go for some delayed burns right now at 479. Sodium at 543, sorry. Sodium is ready. Tetris for Sodium at 566. It's getting a bit dangerous for Armstrong. Transition is gonna come soon. Sodium with 6 lines left, up to 2 Tetris available to him. Armstrong with 15, so still up to 4. But Armstrong dealing with a really annoying dig for this time of the level. Armstrong at 508, Sodium at 612, so strong game from Sodium so far. But Sodium is going to transition at 636. Armstrong still has 5 lines left, so he might just burn and try to get the well open. There he goes, and there is a transition for Armstrong at 540. Sodium maintains a clean board at 660. He needs to clean up a little more. He gets the well opened. 665 for Sodium. Armstrong at 544. That's for Sodium. 690. Hey now. That is for Sodium. 715. Armstrong back to the game. Tetris ready. Not quite. He needs a couple more burns, and he's ready now. 551 for Armstrong, getting the Tetris to 576. Sodium at 741. Armstrong is setting up right now. Sodium at 744. Armstrong 581. This is getting a bit dangerous for Armstrong. Armstrong is needing to clean up. Sodium at 777. Getting the jackpot here and getting a Tetris to 805. Armstrong's gonna build from row 2 by the looks of it, and he's ready.